The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Hey, I'm Charlie. I really enjoy Ramsey County's Household Hazardous Waste program. They make it really accessible with their drop-off options, and they send out postcards every once in a while with helpful information. I drop off my household hazardous waste at the Bay West site. I like to let items in my home collect so I can bring a larger haul just a few times a year. I always tell people to check the website before they go. Chances are you haven't thought of all of the items that you can recycle, like batteries. When I recycle, I feel like I'm doing my part to minimize my carbon footprint, and it's easy and accessible to do so.
Finally tired of doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results? Well, this show is going to help you change your life for the better. Strap on your seatbelt and navigate this roller coaster we call life with human potential expert and best-selling author Dr. Verna Price. Each week, Dr. Verna blesses you with her virtues to live your best life so you can be the best you that you can be.
Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Virtues. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. I'm Dr. Verna Cornelia Price, and it's great to meet you. Thanks for joining me today. And to those of you who join me every week, it's great to see you. I hope that you had an amazing week and things are going well and that you are listening and taking strategies and making your life better. Because when I think about what exactly is my mission in life, it is to empower you to be your most excellent self. That is what I do. Empower people to be their most excellent self. And I can tell you, when you become your most excellent self, life is better. It's more fun. You have more peace. You have more joy. And by the way, you're healthy and whole too. It also makes you healthy and whole. So this week, we're going to talk about something that I think we all know, but it is something that I want you to be intentional about. I have been, before I start, well, quick, let's do our affirmation. Let's do the birthright. Let's do the birthright affirmation. When I was born valuable. I was born important. I was born lovable, and I was born extraordinarily powerful. You have enough power in your life right now to change your life for good. Right now, you have enough power. So recently I have been decluttering, and what that means, and I think right before my podcast started, there was a commercial about decluttering, right? So I've been decluttering. And I'm a person that holds on to paper because I'm a researcher, I'm a professor, I'm a teacher, and I'm a coach, all those things. That means that I'm forever having paper. So I'm holding on to paper. I have boxes and boxes of things from workshops I've done, from programs I've worked on, from curriculum I've written. I've got all these things. And I also have plans too, because I also am someone who is a writer of vision. So I have written out my vision for my lifetime and time again. And I can tell you, for those of you who know how to do that, and maybe one day I'll actually do a session about that, writing your vision. But I've done that, and I've done that for years. I mean, I just kind of started doing it in my 20s, and I literally have been doing it. And literally, when I tell you literally, almost everything I've written in my vision plan has become a reality in my life. So I'm going through my stuff, and I'm looking at some of the things that I've written down that I want to do. And I'm thinking, how exactly did I accomplish those things? And then it occurs to me, and I actually say this to people all the time. I say this to people. I've heard my husband say this. I say this to my trainers. I say this to the mentors who we train to work with our young people in our nonprofit, the Power of People Leadership Institute. I train them and I teach them that consistency grants authority. Consistency grants authority. What does that mean? That those of us who are consistent, consistent in who you are, consistent in how you act, consistent in how you carry out your business, consistent in your interactions, consistent in your passion, consistent in your drive to get things done. If you are consistent, sooner or later, you become an authority in that area. And sooner or later, you're going to be given authority to operate in that area, right? So, what does that mean? That means that whatever you're working on right now, and if you want to see something happen with whatever you're working on, and mind you, this law, this virtue of consistency, it works with everything. It works with your relationships. It works with your money. It works with your business. It works with everything. If you consistently do something, and what consistency does, it actually taps into the power of intentionality. So that when you get intentional about something, you get really focused. So when you become a person who's known to be consistent with whatever you do, you become an authority. In other words, people will begin to look to you. They'll begin to look to you for a strategy, begin to look to you for counsel, begin to look to you for direction. Why? Because your ability to be consistent in whatever it is you're doing has granted you that authority. Now, if you are looking for something to change in your life right now, right? In my Change Your Life book, it operates according to days. And so it is your Change Your Life in 30 days. And thanks for putting that up. Change Your Life in 30 days. And day 8 is called Strengths That Build Your Life. So what that means is that when you take a look at your life and you operate out of your strengths, and you consistently your strengths, consistently, right? What's going to happen is that sooner or later, those strengths that you're consistently using, they are going to provide you with outcome. And that outcome is going to be a good outcome if you're consistently doing something that's good. Now, I can tell you, because I do go to prisons with my husband. We have a program where we actually go into a correctional facility. We actually teach our programs. We teach my books to people who are incarcerated. And while they're incarcerated, we teach them how to change their life. Why? Because you're incarcerated more than likely because you consistently began doing things that were illegal. And sooner or later, guess what's going to happen? You have an outcome. It's called cause and effect. It's called cause and effect. And cause and effect is it's operating everywhere in your life. So of course, I'm making an assumption that you're doing something consistently, that you're an adder, that you're a multiplier, that you're doing something consistently that's going to help yourself, help your family, help your community, help your world. That's the assumption that I am operating on. So if you are listening to me and you know that you are being a subtractor or a divider, you can change that. That's the beautiful thing about life. You know, we all can change. And what's beautiful is that you get to change and you get to give other people the grace to change. So as you consistently do whatever it is that you're doing, I can tell you that you're going to get some authority. If you want to really shine in your field, whatever your field is, I'm an educator. You want to be an educator? You want to really stand out? Consistently start doing something that is specific to you, that is unique to you, right? I'll give you an example. I'm the author of The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Can Change Your Life. I have consistently taught the power of people now going on over 20 years. This same little purple book, 4 Kinds of People Can Change Your Life, with consistency. So when someone calls me for a keynote, when someone calls me to do a workshop, I know they're calling me because I'm an authority on something. How did I become an authority on that? Consistency. Now, you want to change something in your relationship? Start doing something different, but do it consistently. You want to change something about your body? Start doing something different, but do it consistently. And I can tell you what's going to happen to you. I can tell you that relationship's going to get better. Your body is going to be healthier. You're going to become more successful in your business. Stick with it. If you started something and you know it's what you're supposed to be doing, consistency grants authority. It is what's going to get you there. Stick with it. Now, of course, we live in a society where there's a new thing happening every day. Like, new this, new that, do this, do that. No. This particular universal principle is, I don't care what's going on here. What's the new thing? What's the new thing there? You know what? I know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to stay laser focused and consistent in what I'm supposed to do. And when that happens for me, what happens is that I become an authority, and I've become an authority in my field. How did that happen? It's not overnight. Consistency isn't doing something for 2 days and thinking that you're an expert. You're not. You're not no expert. You're still experimenting. Now you try doing that same thing for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Now we're talking. We're talking about authority here. When you work with children, as we do in the Power People Leadership Institute, and for those of you who, if you're first time, I'm the founder of Girls in Action, which became Girls Taking Action. When I train and teach my mentors how to work with their students, I say, just be consistent. Just be consistent. Keep coming back. Just be consistent. If you tell them something, stick with it. Be consistent. And sooner or later, right? And more than likely, it's going to be sooner. Sometimes it takes a little bit. But you will become an authority in that classroom. You'll become an authority with your girls. And whatever it is that you ask them to do, they're going to listen to you. Why? You have passed the consistency test. We all get tested on consistency. What will you do? Will you pass that test? And if you do, guess what's going to happen with you? You're going to gain new levels of authority in your life. Absolutely. Consistency grants authority. I hope this was helpful. I hope so. All right, let's finish up with our birthright. When I was born valuable. I was born important. I was born lovable, and I was born extraordinarily powerful. And I'm going to see you next week. Okay, bye.
Get caught up on previous episodes of Dr. Verna's Virtues at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business. Are you a woman known as a good listener? Do you have skills in de-escalating situations? Are you what they call a people person? Then the Minneapolis Police Department would like to meet you. Now in a rebuilding phase, the Minneapolis Police Department is recruiting more women to wear the badge. The department offers career options for women with a high school diploma or GED. There are also opportunities for women with 2- and 4-year degrees who are ready to apply their skills in new ways. Police work makes a great second career for social workers, teachers, nurses. Women in their 30s and 40s are welcome to apply. There's no age cap. You'll be paid while you train and mentored by veteran women officers invested in your success. Minneapolis also welcomes current police officers to join the state's largest department. Make a difference on the streets, working in your community, in a career with competitive salaries and generous benefits. Go to minneapolismn.gov and search police jobs to find out more.
The Minnesota Department of Health works in partnership with communities to provide safe and free on-site COVID-19 vaccines. These community events take place in familiar churches, community centers, clinics, and other spots that are close to home. Even if you were vaccinated in the past, you may still need the updated COVID-19 vaccine. This latest vaccine provides protection from newer variants circulating right now and continue to be very good at preventing severe illness, hospitalization, and death. To find a community vaccination event near you, call the Minnesota Department of Health COVID-19 Public Hotline. Call 1-833-431-2053 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Tuesday and Thursday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The number again is 1-833-431-2053.
If you live in an older home, it may contain lead-based paint on walls, woodwork, and windows. Even more bad news, lead exposure can be dangerous to young children and impact their brain development. And now, the good news. Hennepin County will fix lead hazards in your home at no cost to you.
We were worried because of the paint in the windows in the bedroom. They were peeling and chipping, and we know that when paint peels and chips and it looks a certain way, that's possibly lead. We were worried for our children more so than anything.
Eligible homes can qualify for up to $15,000 in upgrades. You may even qualify for new energy-efficient windows. Don't worry, Hennepin County has a trusted list of pre-approved contractors. You won't even have to find companies with correct licenses or certifications.
I've just done a test and it's positive. So we know that this is lead-based paint, and then we know it's a hazard because it's creating dust every time this window moves and opens. And if you look in here, that's just full of lead paint chips.
You won't have to stay with your cousin while you're getting the lead out. Hennepin County even pays for you and your family to stay in a hotel while the work is underway. The last good news is how easy it is to apply. Just go to hennepin.us/lead control to get started.
I'm really happy with the program. We can go to bed knowing that our children are safe.
That's hennepin.us/lead control. Tell your friends about it.
Are you getting older and feeling concerned about staying safely in your own home? Or maybe it's your folks you're worried about. I get it. It's not easy getting older, especially when the house is starting to show its age too. There is help available.
Individuals want to maintain and stay in their own homes for as long as they can. In Rebuilding Together Minnesota, we provide the opportunity, we provide the programs for them to do that.
Rebuilding Together Minnesota has been helping eligible older Minnesotans and those with disabilities stay safe and healthy for more than 20 years.
Our central AC unit was non-functional. We had plugged a portable unit into the living room. What ended up happening was our electrical outlet melted, and it was getting to be 90 degrees in here. Meyer was told about Rebuilding Together Minnesota by his daughter.
She said, well, Daddy, you need to sign up. I said, do I qualify? She said, well, you're a disabled veteran. You qualify.
So we provided a new air conditioning unit for the homeowner and also new electrical service, all through this veterans program that we have.
Thanks to Tom and Rebuilding Together Minnesota, we're able to maybe go out and get a hamburger every now and then.
To find out if you qualify, go to rtmn.org. That's RTMN for Rebuilding Together Minnesota. Or if it's easier, call 651-776-4273 and tell your friends. Trust me, this is news they can use.